Hi, welcome to the Work Harder Mama podcast with Michelle. I'm Michelle Hollingsworth, and this is a podcast for moms who want to work with heart wholeheartedly instead of just working harder. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Work Harder Mama podcast. Today, I have a special guest who is my older sister. I'm not going to say how much older, but just that she's older than me and wiser. And she has agreed to talk to us about all things motherhood. And I want you to welcome my sister Debbie here today. Thank you for being here, Debbie.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yes, I hope you're enjoying the weather in sunny Florida.
My car's registering 103 right now, but that's why I live here, so it's all good.
Yes, yes. I miss the beach, but not when it's 103, so I get it.
Yeah,
I
it's
get it.
hot.
So I just want to start by asking you some questions about childhood memories, motherhood itself, and any kind of advice and tips you want to share along the way, just feel free.
Okay.
So, my first question to you is what would you say is your favorite childhood memory if you had to choose?
So I've thought about this and I have many, but the one that really makes my heart full is sitting on Cutter's porch on Richmond Avenue, um, cracking beans.
Yeah.
just, just being, I mean, I just always wanted to be doing anything, obviously, with her, my grandparents, my mom's mom. Just that's my childhood memories is
Yeah.
just hanging out, being outside in the barn, on the farms, just hanging around them. And it was basically just doing nothing but
Mhm.
whatever they were doing, cracking greens, shucking corn, canning tomatoes, whatever it was, I wanted to be right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Just a much simpler time. And
Yes, much, much simpler time.
yeah.
But when I think of my childhood, I think of Richmond Avenue. That's like childhood to me. And that, like 1776 bicentennial celebration when me and Cutters and Granddaddy got all dressed up. Of course, that memory came recent because of the celebration
Yeah.
recently with July 4th. Um, and maybe that's why the green beans are the most recent childhood memory. But I remember Edgewood Drive sitting
Mhm.
on our back porch doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then just all the family being around. So I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I had a 10 childhood.
That's awesome. Yeah. And just for those that are listening that may not know, Cutters is our grandmother. And her that was the name that everybody called her affectionately. That was her grandmother name, was Cutters. So that's who she's talking about. And I agree. I have fond memories of corn and beans as well. Probably not as many times as you did because we were in another state, but I do have those memories and Easter egg hunts. I remember those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good times that I remember with her and a much simpler time as well. So let's pivot just a minute and say what would be, since you're a mom and you've been a mom for 32?
Two.
Yeah, 32 years. So what would be your favorite memory as a mom?
As a mom, uh, that's a hard one.
Mhm.
Because there's so many. So I would say I've always said my favorite age was when Keaton was 3.
Oh, yeah.
Um, his personality started developing. He was just fun to be around. He was entertaining. He was just watching him bloom into this little person, this little human, um, was very exciting. But that was my favorite age. As far as the best memories, over the years, we would go on, just me and him would go on trips. And the most recent one, we went to Utah. He wanted to go to a golf resort. And that was a great trip. We had a really good time. And that was just 2 years ago. So Before that, we went to Colorado, just me and him. So we would travel. He likes to travel. We get along very well. We have very similar tastes as far as we both need alone time. So it'd be like, hey, mom, I'll go find something to do and you can hang out in the room, and the same for him. So as far as specific memory, I would say the most recent Utah trip would probably be one of my favorites, just because I see that slipping away
Hmm.
as he's maturing. Like it's a different phase now that we're in, and it's a little harder
Yeah.
to let go or to step back or to, but I'm finding my way with him and his girlfriend, which will be his partner. I'm going to assume.
Hmm.
I love her dearly, and he's very happy. But it's like I need to step back, and
Yeah.
that's
It's hard.
kind of it's hard. It is hard, but I I have little talks with myself every now and then. And as you say, I ask for guidance. Cutter's and my mom, like, okay, what should I be doing? Do I need to like just keep my mouth shut?
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to let go as they get older, and it's so hard to step back, like you said. And y'all have a great, like y'all have always been close. You've always had a close relationship, mother and
Yeah.
son. Never really argued, just,
Mm-mm.
always got along and have fun together. So it's hard when those seasons change and your role seems to take a different seat, I guess.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you feel like you're taking a back seat when you're not
Yes.
in the front seat, but um it's still rewarding, obviously. And I still enjoy conversations and enjoy being around him, obviously. It's just a little different. But
Yeah.
he'll always be a mama's boy, so
Yeah. Yeah.
and she appreciates that, so that's
Oh,
good.
that's good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So when you first came a mom, and I just want to tell a little bit of the story about, I remember because we were pregnant at the same time, but you became a mom before I did. And I remember the memory I have of your childbirth journey was that all along he was on the ultrasound identified as a girl, like
Yes.
circled and everything. And you had a name picked out, everything. But luckily, at your shower, you got some gender neutral clothing, like
Hmm.
some, I think, to start. And then you had painted the room. Was it blue or
Hmm.
yellow? It was blue. Yeah,
No,
I thought it
it
was blue.
was blue.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's almost like you had that feeling, even though everybody was telling you it's a
I
girl.
did. I
You
did.
had that feeling.
So I knew, um, deep down,
Mhm.
it's like you say, that gut feeling, or
Mother's
which
intuition.
mother's intuition. There you go. So, like, I wanted six kids, and I'm very fortunate that I have one because I had numerous miscarriages. But um, I did not want to know if
Yeah.
I was having a boy or girl. And my husband wanted to know, my mother in law wanted to know, and my mother wanted to know. So they convinced me to get an ultrasound and that they would not tell me. And I said, no, if you all are all going to know, then I'm going to know. So that's
Mhm.
fine. I agree. They convinced me it's easier for the showers. It's easier. It's just easier. So I agreed to do it. So we got the ultrasound. It said a girl. So we had showers. I got all girl stuff. We had a girl name. Olivia Lane was going to be the
Mhm.
name. And the painters came to paint the
Mhm.
nursery. And the night before the painters came, I had a dream that I
Mm.
had a boy.
Yeah.
So when the painters came, I said, no, I want blue. And he said, oh, I thought you were having a girl.
Mhm.
And I said, well, I'm supposed to have a girl, but I had a dream that I'm actually having a boy.
Mhm.
So I do not want to put a boy in a pink room. I
Yeah.
can put a girl in a blue room and decorate it with bows and
Mhm.
flowers, but I cannot put a boy in a pink room. So we painted the room blue. got striped nursery bedding and things of that nature. So it wasn't overwhelmingly one or the other. We did have a lot of girl clothes
Yeah.
because at the time my mom owned a children's
Boutique.
specialty
Mhm.
clothing. Mhm. So we had a lot of girl clothes. And then, of course, he's born in 94 in the worst winter, I think, in Kentucky history,
Yeah. That's the year that I was
with
born.
like
Mhm.
16 below zero and 20 inches of snow. I go into labor. And so I didn't have a lot of visitors at the hospital because no one could get there. But he came out a boy, and it was videoed. And on the video, you can just hear on the video that the doctor says it's a boy, and then you hear Johnny say it's a boy, and then my mom says it's a boy, and then the doctor says it was supposed to be a girl, and I'm just like in like I don't know, la la land, like what
Shock.
are you all like, what are y'all telling me?
Mhm.
And then it's so funny to listen to the video because everybody states it's a boy in a different tone because
Yeah.
everybody's in shock.
Yeah.
So he was a boy, and even my mom called her mom, my grandmother, and said, "Mama, she had a boy. Everybody's healthy." And she said, "Patsy, honey, you said she had a boy. She had a girl." And she said, "No, she actually had a boy." So it was not only a surprise to me, it was a surprise to everyone. And then I laughed after that because the whole point in me not wanting to get an ultrasound was I wanted to experience the
Surprise.
entire experience, the
Mhm.
surprise from beginning to end, because I
Yeah.
knew I'd had so much trouble getting pregnant and having pregnancies. I thought this may be the only time I get to appreciate this. And I want to appreciate every bit of it.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to know what to expect. I want to, have the surprise.
And you
So
got
everybody got to join in my
everybody
surprise.
got the surprise. It was multiplied. And
It
you have
was.
a great
Yes.
story from that. I love that story. So
Yeah.
let's talk about who helped you the most or who helped you that you remember in those early days when you first became a mom. Like who was there to help with that?
My mom and my mother-in-law.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's mom. They were both hands-on, taking turns around the clock. Like I was nursing, and which that was a little challenging, as a new mom to try and figure out. That comes with all its own challenges, but um, they would take turns. There was somebody there doing laundry, cooking, bringing food, cleaning, helping me, get in a routine. He did pretty well as a newborn. I didn't have a lot of challenges like some
Yeah.
people do. I didn't have any health challenges myself,
Yeah.
no real restrictions or anything. So it was very easygoing, I would say. I mean, I always said I would do it over and over and over.
Yeah.
It was not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't, fun.
Right.
It was painful. It was,
Yeah.
but it was definitely worth it. But
Tiring.
I would say my mother and my mother-in-law for the first month
Helped.
were like, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's awesome. So, as he grew, were there challenges that you feel like at a certain age that you had to work through, or do you think he was pretty easy throughout?
I would say no, he was a pretty good baby. He was pretty
Yeah.
easy, no real challenges. He developed asthma
Oh, right.
at about 3, somewhere around there, just not horrible.
Yeah.
And it was maintained. And they said the older that he got, the better it would get as far as the symptoms, and it did. So, I mean, nothing of any urgency as
Did he
far
have
as just
allergy shots too? No.
no.
Okay, just that.
Um, we had him tested, and that was not part of the diagnosis. So it was just he would get bronchitis,
Mm,
like instead of a cold, it would always go straight to his chest.
yeah.
Um, So, but it has gotten better. I mean, obviously, he's an adult now, but
Healthy.
through the teenage years and football and different things, he may have a flare up, but overall, it was a pretty, like I say, I think he would probably say he had a good childhood, but
Yeah,
it was very enjoyable from a mom standpoint, very not stressful at all. He did not cause any stress.
he's a good one. That's for
He's
sure.
a good one. Yeah.
One of the good
Yeah.
ones. So, so now you and his dad are divorced. So
Yes.
tell us, what kind of co-parenting tips can you give for those who may be going through a similar situation but want to be, good co-parents together, raising a child?
It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy, no matter, it's just not easy. I do remember that we made a pact, Johnny and I made a pact, and it was that it's not about us. We did go to counseling as a family and individual, which I think was mandated, but we would have done it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I do recommend that. Um, Lets you see things from a different perspective. Um, but we would remind each other it's not about us. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about him. And
Right,
so there were many occasions that in the middle of a disagreement, in the whatever, that I would just say, it's not about you.
right.
And he would just stop, take a step back, like, and have to, okay, you're right. And there were times that he said the same to me.
Yeah.
Debbie, it's not about you.
Mhm.
And that was our code. It's not about you. And we would just stop. Like if we were arguing in front of him, if there was something we couldn't agree on, it was like that was like our just pause button. Let's just reassess here. It's not about us. What is, you know, the best interest of Keaton, whatever we were discussing or disagreeing on, or and I remember a football game that afterwards, Keaton was in middle school, and afterwards he had asked me, he said, Mom, why do you and Dad come to my games and you all can sit beside each other?
Mm,
And I have other friends and their parents are divorced and they can't even come to the same game.
right.
Like they have to, and I said, well, honey, I can't explain that, for them. I said, but for us, it's not about me and it's not about your dad.
Yeah.
And we're both there to support you. And believe me, there have been many games where we sat there and did not say one word to each other.
Yeah.
But we were there.
Yeah.
We were cheering him on. We may not have spoke to each other and we may, but then there were times that we would laugh and cut up and, enjoy cheering on the team. But there were many times early on in the divorce that, yeah, we would not speak. Just we would meet, we would sit and present a front that we were there for him.
Mhm. And he
So
noticed.
as far and yes, he knew, and even to this day, we still, there are other relationships involved, but we try to never make Keaton have to choose. He
Right.
has never had to choose.
Hmm.
Like, I don't want to say this because it might upset mom or it might upset dad, or, he's never felt in the middle.
Yeah. And you, at one point, didn't you take care of him? Your ex-husband, didn't you take care of him after a
Yes,
surgery or something?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yep. He's had a couple of surgeries,
Hmm.
that before, um, I was remarried, that I helped out, um, as far as,
Yeah.
being hands-on caregiving, I guess, so to speak.
Goes above and beyond co-parenting, for sure.
That's above and beyond.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and there are many things that Johnny has done above and beyond to
For,
help me as well.
yeah.
So I think it helped that there was no resentment, no third party involved in our divorce.
Yeah.
It
No
was just
animosity.
we just grew apart and just both decided that we weren't happy.
Yeah.
And we've survived. And I think Keaton has, I mean, I'm sure there's, residual fallout for Keaton being from a divorced family, but I think we did the best that we could.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a united co-parenting front is the best thing you can do when your relationship doesn't
It's
work.
not easy. It's not easy though.
No,
I
not easy. But it's a great thing for y'all to focus on, I think. I want to talk about a couple of things about your mom and about Cutter's. So Cutter's died like it'll be 12 years this year
Mhm.
since she's been gone. And I want you to tell the story about the pennies that you see.
So it's hard for people to believe.
Hmm.
And until you have experienced it or been around me the majority of time or for years and years, then you learn to actually appreciate it and just be wowed.
Hmm.
Like, um, I find a penny every day,
Hmm.
whether it is in the washing machine
Hmm.
or whether it's in a parking lot, whether it's on a store shelf. Um, just it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And when I find them, sometimes I just giggle to myself and I'm like, I know, I hear you, I see you. Or, and sometimes I actually, there have been times that I've looked and searched for them. Like I'm
Hmm.
struggling.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I need to find a penny today.
Hmm.
I'm just telling you, I need to find a penny. And I
Yeah.
always do. Um, so I firmly believe that I am being encouraged and watched over. There's
Yeah.
no doubt. Recently, Keaton, my son, bought a home and he found a penny
Yeah. That's
in
awesome.
his home doing the walkthrough, and he took a picture of it and sent it to me, and I was like, that's the house. that's that's it. It's like, if you're ever wondering, should I do this, should I not do this, or give me, some encouragement, I mean something, then it always shows up.
I mean, it's hard to argue with 12 years every day. That's hard.
It is very hard. And every flight, so I fly quite often, um, and I find a penny before I get on every single flight in
Yeah.
the airport,
Yeah.
every single time. And there was one time that I was with Carrie, my husband, and he asked me, like, we had an hour wait or whatever, and he was like, "Have you found your penny?" And I was like, "No, I have not." He's like, "Okay, well, you need to go find it because
We
we,
get on this plane.
we get on this plane or we don't get on this plane." And I made a conscious decision many years ago. If I do not find a penny, I will not get on the plane.
Hmm.
I've always found one. So I don't know what would actually happen, but I have told myself, if I do not find one, I will not get on that plane. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that will be a sign, do not get on that plane.
Yeah.
So he told me to go walk around. So I did. It was kind of funny. We were just joking. He was like, "You need to go find it. You need to go walk around until you find it. Don't come back till you find that penny." So I literally went around the section of seats that we were sitting at the airport. And on the other side of that section right there, I just looked down and there it was. And I looked up and he was watching me. And I looked up and I was like, I just pointed like right
Yeah.
there. And I
Yeah.
bent down and picked it up. And he was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like,
You
"We're
made a
good."
believer out of him. Yeah.
Yes.
He was,
Yeah. Well, he used to always tease me until he would be with me,
mm,
like day after day. I mean, like if we were traveling and he wasn't working and we were running around, and I would find him and he'd be like, "I swear that was not there. I just walked by that." And I walked on the sidewalk up
yeah.
those steps and there was no penny there.
Yeah.
And you come out and then get in the car and then come out and there it is. And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you."
They're for
It
me.
is bizarre. Yep, it is
I
bizarre,
just
but
love that. I love that story. I love that you found this. Have you found one today?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm in the parking lot,
Later.
gonna go in and get some fresh fish for dinner, so
Text
I'll
me and
have
let
to
me know.
I'll have to text you
That
that I
I need
found it.
I need to know. So another thing I want to talk about next week is your birthday.
Mhm.
And last year The day before? Was it the day
Yes,
before?
day before.
Day before your
16.
birthday, you're sick. Yeah, you gave your age away.
Oh, I don't care.
The day before you lost your mom.
Yes.
So I want to ask you how, since that it's almost been a year, how have you been honoring your mom's memory since she passed?
Um, it's been a hard year. And not necessarily because she passed the day before my birthday. I've kind of joked with her myself and be like, well, at least you didn't pass on my birthday.
True, true.
so, so I would say, as far as honoring her, I just try to keep in mind the encouragement that she would give me
Mhm.
to, like, everything's going to be okay. And she's in a better place. She's not in pain. She's watching over me, and they're all up there dancing and having a good time and just probably making fun of me and all my goofiness, but that's okay. Um, but I would say the way I feel in honoring her is by being a good mom to Keaton.
Yeah. Yeah. True. So what are you most proud of as a mom? What are you most proud of that you were able to
I
accomplish,
would
just, just get
say,
through?
um, I would say I'm most proud that he's a good human.
Yes.
He is a good person. He is very kind. He's generous. He's loving. I mean, it's nothing, no matter how old he is or was, for him to hug me and tell me he loves me and, be appreciative. Um, he's hardworking. I mean, he's not perfect. I'm sure there are things that he needs to improve on, but as far as I'm concerned, I think we did pretty good raising he's a good person. So I would say he is my pride and joy and the one thing that I'm most proud of.
Yeah. Baby boy. He's your pride and joy
My
baby
baby,
boy.
he is my baby boy, and he is
Always
a
be your
mama's
baby
boy.
boy.
He is a
Yeah,
mama's
mama's
boy.
boy and baby boy. Reminds me of Daddy and Cutters, you know?
Yes,
Always be her
true.
dad. Yes, yes. So what when we talked about your mom, I forgot to ask you what is the I guess the best part or the favorite memory you have of her as a mom, as your mom?
Um, I would say probably watching her enjoy being a grandmother
Yeah,
with Keaton.
yeah,
So, I mean, we all wanted a girl. I didn't want a boy. I wanted a girl. I
yeah,
didn't know what I was going to do with the boy. I was ruffles and, and I do remember just thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with the boy? Like, I don't know what I'm not a boy mom. I'm going to be a girl mom. I'm supposed to be a girl mom.
yeah.
And she was the same. She had the boutique and she wanted all the bows and the ruffles. And well, we didn't get that, but just watching her face light up just by, you know,
Yeah.
being nanny.
Yeah.
Um, I think that was one of her happiest time periods, I guess. And it's even more so that, Keaton doesn't want kids. So I'm not at this point going to get the joy of having grandkids,
Mm.
at least not biological grandkids.
You
My
take
husband has
care.
some. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
take,
My husband has some. And I mean, I have a niece, a great niece. And yes. So, but as far as having a miniature Keaton,
yeah,
or a little Olivia, that's what he
yeah,
jokes. And he
yeah,
had told me, he was like, Mom, you're not going to get your little Olivia. I don't think I ever want kids. And I'm like, honey, if you don't want them, don't have them.
yeah,
You know, that that's that's okay. I mean, I would love it, but I'm okay.
yeah. So how do you think, I forgot to ask this about Cutters, how do you think you honor her memory? I know you do because you do lots of things that, she would do, but what stands out as a way that you feel like you've honored her even if she was still alive when you started?
I think I pray a lot more.
Mm. Yeah.
Um,
Do you journal
just as
like she did or keep a
I
diary?
do. I
Yeah.
do journal. And since my mom passed away last year, I've made more of a commitment to just a gratitude journal.
Mm.
Um, so there was one day last week that I was just, thankful for the shade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, some days it's simple things, and it's like, you get so busy in life that you just forget the simple things that we need to be grateful for. I mean, I have all my senses. My health is decent.
Mm-hmm.
I can get up and down. I can go choose to do things. I mean, I have family and friends, obviously, that are limited in a lot of physical activities and other activities as well. So, in her honor, I just try to be more grateful like she was. I think she always saw the positive side.
She did. She really
So
did.
when I start feeling negative, I think, no, don't say that or don't do that. That's not what Cutters would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
and
I
I do read her journals
Yeah. Yeah. That
on a regular basis.
you can see how grateful she was.
Yes.
Those for sure. And just a side note, so Debbie and I have the same dad, and Cutters was his mom. So that's who we're talking about. Just as a side note. I just have a couple more questions. So,
Mhm.
what advice would you give to boy moms or any kind of, any kind of mom, divorced mom, any type of mom, maybe moms who are like you and they're having to change what seat they're sitting in their son's life or their child's life. What advice do you have to share?
I don't know that I'm great at giving advice, but
Tips.
through lived experiences, it's, I think, served me well to not think of how everything affects me
Mhm.
and think of how it affects the child,
Yeah.
whether it be encouragement or keeping your mouth shut sometimes, and also giving yourself some grace as a mom. I don't think as moms we appreciate ourselves enough. Like we do so much just emotionally, physically, time demanding, whatever it may be, for family in general,
Yeah.
but especially our kids, that you forget that you need to give yourself a little grace.
Yeah. I think that's
Typically, everybody's doing the best they can and just step back, enjoy every little moment. I see moms in the grocery stores with little ones. Like I was at the pool the other day, and one of my favorite little boys, he's 3,
mm,
that I would nanny for was there. And she, I was sitting all by myself at the pool, enjoying the peace and quiet, had a book, and they're all down there with 10 kids and 4 moms, and it's chaos. And so as they were leaving, she was like, I can't say that I'm not a little envious. And I
yeah.
said, I understand, but believe me, I would trade this
Mm,
for that right now.
yeah.
I said, you're going to miss this. You
Yeah.
are going to miss this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So try to appreciate even the stressful times, even the chaos, because whatever that song is,
I miss
I think it's
this.
a country song. Yes, you are going to miss it.
Yeah, it's so true.
You are going to miss it.
It's all. And grace is a great piece of advice, like to give yourself grace because we're so used to wanting things a certain way or have our expectations so high for ourselves or what we want to happen with our child that we forget to give ourselves grace. So that's a great tip for thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
and we're not actually super women.
No.
We're not. I mean, we're pretty close,
Yeah.
but we're not. And I think the majority of the expectations moms put on themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I
do.
have learned that as Keaton has gotten older, that I don't need to control or not even control, that's the wrong word, but be involved or encourage he needs to make mistakes and he needs to learn from those and he needs to grow himself. And as a mom, it's hard to, like I said, let go, take a back seat, take another role. Your roles change through each season, every phase, and just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it all.
I love that. All right. So last question. What or how would you want to be remembered when you're gone? Like we've been talking about your mom and Cutters and
Yeah.
memories. What do you see that if you could choose how you were remembered or what you were remembered for, what would that be?
I would say the same, just being a good mom.
Hmm.
I always said, I always wanted kids, wanted a bunch of kids, and always felt that my destiny was to be a mom. And I have several little plaques that teachers gave me, and that I found over the years on my mom wall, I call it, or um, my my Keaton wall of all homemade things. And I always said if I didn't succeed at anything else,
Hmm.
I would succeed at being a good mom.
And you did.
I did. I did. So I would say on my headstone, if it said mom,
You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you sharing your words of wisdom and your life experiences with us. And I just thank you for being such a great sister as well.
Oh, you're welcome.
Love you.
Love you and happy to do this.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for listening to the Work Harder Mama podcast. If you would like to learn more about any tips that are shared on the podcast, I did write a book. It's a devotional for moms. It's called Work Harder Meditations for Moms, season by season. You can also follow us on Instagram at Work Harder, which is WorkHearter, or Work Harder Mama. On Facebook, we are at Work Harder Press, and our website is www.workharder.com.